Guns. Joel here doing your intro because well, Dan.
I have been kicked off the game. My global agenda does not work, but I am still the one who's played it most.
But
67 hours.
Magnus is here. He's right there. These are pugs. We have no idea who you are. We don't like you, pugs.
Run away.
How nice.
Run away from the pugs. Jetpack
Anyway,
away, Magnus.
We are playing global agenda this Christmas, and
Hit us,
at the moment they're going through a PvE instance. Just traditionally, you can go in instances from the moment you create your character. Because originally there weren't any open area zones in global agenda. There are now, but only 2 of them.
Where did the rest of our pugs go, Magnus?
And they take you from level 5 to level 15 and level 15 to level 25.
Shall we say what classes we're playing? I'm playing a medic, so that's why I'm healing this guy here.
I'm a recon.
He's a recon. I also have a knife and a jetpack.
So medics being medics and recons being snipers and spies.
I also have a jetpack.
I play as a robotics. They basically act as a pet class or a station class.
So he really does play it like a hunter.
No, I play it as a station class, so I work it like an engineer on Team Fortress 2, kind of.
Yeah, what I still don't get, Dan, is how my weapon's called a euthanasia rifle, but I can use it to kill machinery.
It's just pretty enough to kill everything.
And
apparently those robots feel pain. They do run away when you nearly kill them.
Why is the big boss thing attacking me while the guy who's obviously got the most health is attacking the little things? No, because we walked up and the guy with the big gun just ran off.
They generally just go for whoever they see first, and once damage starts dealing, they go for the highest threat.
Sorry, Magnus, I was trying to survive.
Yeah, and he went for
anyway.
I didn't even notice.
Well, yeah, because I jetpacked off.
While they're playing PvE, that is really just scratching the surface of the game. There's lots of modes of PvE. The normal, ordinary PvE missions generally work like the ones Joel and Magnus are on right now, but they range in difficulty. You're currently on medium, where it goes up to insane, I think it was.
Yeah.
Supreme Master level, and it's really quite hard at level. I've tried it, and it's just...
This feels really like... I'm just going to say that this feels really like playing the medic. I'm following a guy with a big minigun around, pressing mouse 1 to heal him.
It's your duty to heal everyone now.
Yeah, I know.
Anyway, as well as PvE, there's PvP with multiple modes, kind of like, you got capture the point, capture the flag, you got... What's that one where you escort a bomb to the
Griff
end
ball?
of an area? No, you escort a bomb, Fortress style, from one end of the level to another. There's basically one of those modes. Payload, I think that was.
Yeah, that's payload.
You got deliver your mech to the enemy's base, so you gotta get somebody riding in a mech into the enemy's base to blow it up.
Where did you go, Magnus? I was just about to heal you, and then you vanished.
I died because I got like 2-shot by the bruiser.
Yeah, this guy, this guy who can actually take on the bruisers isn't doing that good a job of not letting them attack us or killing things, for a matter of fact. But they are pugs.
And you are low level. You don't really have many abilities
also, nobody's
to
destroying
draw their
EMP
attention.
generators, which are hurting us.
I was destroying them, but then this guy started taking lots of damage, so I had to start healing
The
him.
EMP only takes down your energy, and
Well, yeah, but that helps us escape with our jetpacks.
Yep. Energy is also your ammo.
Yeah.
Anyway,
They work off the same thing.
As well as PvP, you've also got the really big PvP, the wars.
The raids, I'm guessing.
No, agency versus agency, which agencies are basically this game's versions of guild wars, but basically you get a team of 10 from your agency, and you contest over territories you've taken on a map. You buy the territory to begin with at the beginning of the season, and then they pick out people to defend them or attack nearby territories, and you can mine shit and whatnot in the territories you already own.
Magnus, get the guy who's sniping you.
Generally, it's conquering as much as you can.
There's a sniper up there, Magnus, get him.
quite professionally done. And while this is a free game, it used to have to be paid for, and there's still a subscription for it.
So how does it make money now?
If you paid for it initially, like I did, you have a premium account, which is it's got about double the experience and givings of a free account, and yes, that's basically it. And you can get mercenary points and whatnot. Whilst if you were to still pay a subscription, you'd get given monthly amounts of agenda points, which are their paid for credit, and you get even more boosts from completing missions and whatnot.
I'm running out of power like mad. So as well as you have basically, when it comes now, Dan's talked about all the different
you
little
also
bits.
have raids, like Joe said. There are raids. About every hour there's an alert that goes out for a raid, and you can just join it willy-nilly.
So now Dan's talked about that, I can talk a bit about the combat and the gameplay mechanics. So I'm playing a medic here, as I already mentioned, and basically my role is to just keep everyone healed up. Every character, although, has this self-heal that stops their energy regenerating. It's basically meant to be like a hiding cover sort of thing. When
it's last-ditch attempt to heal.
Last-ditch attempt to heal. It's still pretty useful for a medic because no one's healing me. I'm healing everything though. So
yeah, but you get feedback from healing people that healed yourself.
Main thing for main thing that sets this game apart from other games is the jetpack mechanic.
Not really.
Well, you know, Dan, you could probably be a bit more supportive about this. I mean, I know it's kicked you off, but we're trying to give things.
I just think there's other games that have done such things, but the jetpack is pretty cool.
The jetpack is pretty maneuverable.
More of a hassle.
Oh, Borg has been pushed through a door.
When the game initially came out, the jetpack was classed as another weapon. You had to switch out from weapon to jetpack and back again.
We're taking on a boss now, Dan, so now's probably a good time to talk about some mechanics. So these orange doors are one-way doors that only let you through them.
Yep.
They don't let you back, sort of thing.
There are lots of arcade-stylish bosses throughout them.
Can we focus on our point before we carry on talking about that? So talking about the gameplay mechanic, because I know you can't play, Dan, but we need to talk about other bits as well.
Get on with it.
So yeah, you sort of obviously have your typical team style build up. We've got a tanky guy who I'm healing here. I'm really low on health. If I press 5 that might help, but yes it does. So we've got a tanky guy who's not doing very well, but he's keeping himself shielded. Then we have
just as much health as you, it's just down to you to help him.
Yeah.
And if there's a robotics on your team, it's down to him to set up shields.
Yeah, I think we've got a robotics. I think we've got one of each. Magnus is the guy running around there. So basically, you have 3 weapons. As far, I'm dead. One-shotted.
Yep.
So yeah, you have 3 weapons. You have a melee weapon. You have. Is that
Go into the checkpoint teleporter, Joe.
It's miles from where we are, though.
Just jetpack all the way.
Yep. So you have. I'll show as we're running. You have a melee weapon, which in my case is a knife that can stun people.
Mine is a wrench.
You have your rifle, and this drains off the same energy, this blue energy bar, the same as your melee
Basically
weapon.
your source for any of your weapons other than the melee.
I then have this heal gun, which with my right fire doesn't drain any energy, but my left fire, which does the big heal for myself as well, drains energy. It's a bit annoying that at this level we've not got that much energy, so we're trying to jump around using jetpacks, and then I'm trying to heal, and we're not getting any energy from that.
Basically, for most of the part when I'm playing, it's about relying on your robotics quite largely, because they have to. At this level, he probably doesn't have it, but at my level, I have a medical station, a shield, and a turret. I usually have on, so I'd set up the shield. I'd put the medical station in a place behind cover so they can take cover while healing. I'd put the turret just above the cover. So
and I walked in just as everyone died, so they're all having to run back in now.
And you're going to have to survive.
No, because the guy wasn't even looking at me.
Anyway,
and the guy who I'm healing is just jetpacked away. So yeah, there's your basic gameplay. It's sort of like a third-person runny-gunny shooter, as you can see.
They've also got a fair diversity in the bosses you fight in the game. You've got things like, what are you fighting at the moment?
Big guy with a big sword and a big gun.
Ah, the Berserker.
Yeah.
He's Legion champion.
He's fairly new, and he came. He came out in the Mercenaries patch. There are...
This feels...
Well, for the most part, most of the missions you take part in are going against the Commonwealth. That's the only enemy you initially had. They added the recursive hives, which are these glitched out robots that have sentience, and they've got the... You got the... basically the pirates of the sand, which you're fighting right now. So, mostly the bosses you fight are from the Commonwealth, so you've got giant robots, basically. Lots and lots of giant robots, and then about the hardest boss I fought on their side is the Thinker, I think it was called. It's a agent who's been teched up so hard that she can spawn other bosses, and she sets up a shield on herself.
Being killed again?
When the other bosses are around, so it does get quite difficult.
Make sure you don't die, Magnus.
And for instance, in the raids, you've got lots of things that would ordinarily be bosses in the PvE games just coming at you as ordinary. You've got to defend a point mostly in raids.
Okay. Going back to things I've sort of picked up, would you agree with this, Magnus, that even though this is a third-person MMO, very stereotypical MMO in most ways, it's shooting, you're working in a team, it feels a lot more, the gameplay feels a lot more like a first-person or third-person shooter, a la your Gears of War or your...
no, I wouldn't equate it to Gears of War.
Or your Team Fortress 2, it feels a lot more like you're doing stuff like you would be in those games than you are playing a World of Warcraft style game where you're clicking button 1, then button 2, then button 3. You're actually doing stuff, it's actually... You're actually moving through.
Basically what I've been doing is press 5, 6, and 7 and then shooting them until I can do the same again.
Maybe it's just medic then, because I actually haven't actually... Basically all I'm doing is walking around holding button 1
As a NG, I'd usually just sit around my machines firing pot shots,
so
when my machines got damaged, I'd repair them.
So just like Team Fortress 2 then?
And also I have a kind of buff where if I'm repairing my machines when they're doing stuff to people, they get more strength out of it.
And there we go, that's been done.
Yep. So that was...
We died a lot.
Yeah, we died a lot. So that's Global Agenda, we suck at this game.
That was your first game ever, so...
Yeah, and it'd been better if you were there, Dan. So...
Well, it doesn't like me.
So yeah, that's Global Agenda. And because this is a Christmas video...
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, whatever. So, because it's a Christmas video... Look! Christmas trees, Magnus!
Ah, run away!
You're running into the snowing area, Magnus!
Shush, I'm a hide.
There's
allergic to snow, that'd be a bit of a thing.
Yeah. So yeah, it's snowing.
Christmas, why don't we make our next freebie run project powder?
Because we're still recording, Dan. We'll see you next week.